Doing the psukim from Parak Mem Vav Pasuk Ches through Chav Zayin. It sounds like a lot in one shot, but if you remember, those psukim are almost all names. Now, the sheets that we're going to do are going to be pretty easy sheets, but it's going to give you a good review. And here we go. If you look on the board, on the whiteboard over there, you can see that there are 4 directions: north, south, east, and west. We know when we daven, we're always facing this way, and I tell you that it's slightly off to this side. So the east side I put over here, and this corner of the desk is going to be the east side. Of course, that means that this side is the west side, and we know that if it's west is here and east is here, it spells we across, W-E. So this is going to be the north side, because north is above when you spell we. And this is going to be the
south side.
Thank you. So again, east, west, north, south, and you're all going to be doing all the sheets. When I tell you to, you're going to break up into groups. The east side is going to come to this corner, and south, and west and north, you're all going to be getting into your places. The first person on the list for each place is going to come up and get the sheet. The second person is going to be, he's going to be leading for that little corner, just opening the Chumash, and everyone's going to be gathering around. Everyone's going to be involved, but the first person gets the sheet. The second person is going to be opening the Chumash and making sure everyone's looking around. The third person is going to have a pencil rather, and write on the paper all the answers. And the fourth, and if there's a fifth person, then it's the fourth and fifth. But the fourth person, or the fourth and fifth person, are making sure that everyone's doing what they're supposed to. Okay? When I tell you, you're going to get into your section, but you need one more. You need to have. You need to have a highlighter. Each group needs to have a highlighter, because when you do the east side, you're going to need a highlighter. Let me explain very briefly what's going on. First, let me make sure we understand. This side is the east. This side is
West.
The first person in each group is going to
Get the sheet.
bring it to the group. The second person in the group is going to have the Chumash open and make sure that everyone's looking inside around him. The third person is going to
Write down the answers.
The third person is going to write down the answers. The fourth, and if there's a fifth person, are going to be making sure that
Everybody's doing what they're supposed to.
everyone is doing what they're supposed to, including themselves. Now, after 3 minutes, give you about 3 minutes. If you need a drop longer, I might give you a drop longer. After 3 minutes, everyone switches. The first person in the group comes up and takes the next sheet. He comes up to the center that he's going to be in. Everyone moves around from there to there to there to there, and you're all going to be doing all 4 sheets. So the east is going to move to the south, south is going to move west, west is going to move north, and north is going to move east. Okay. In between, I expect that it should take no more than 20 or maybe 30 seconds to switch groups. Everyone should have a highlighter in your hand, so you don't need to run back to your desk. That way, when you're in the east section, you're going to need the highlighter. Let me give you a brief. I'm going to take your questions in a moment.
My highlighter got taken away. It's in your desk. You ready? Just one highlighter for the whole group?
All you need is one highlighter.
But
You
who
just go
should
highlight.
bring it?
Okay,
And you guys should bring it. He has one.
Not only should your hands be down for right now, but your voices should definitely be down. If you look at the sheet, this sheet is very similar to the one that's in the south side. The 2 sheets simply are a list of names that you're going to fill in from all the people that came down to Mitzrayim. Simple. A few simple questions. You know, I'm gonna ask for some totals along the way after each one. One sheet has Leah's children, which is 6, of course. The other sheet has Zilpah, Rachel, and Bilhah, right? And this sheet has translation words, easy words, and al mi'al ma'nemar. Al mi'al ma'nemar, if it says avdecha means your servant, I want to know who the your is talking about. Remember, we're not talking about who the servant is, we want to know who the your is talking about. And in this sheet, all you need to do, listen carefully. You're going to use the highlighter, and you're going to highlight any name of a person that came down to Mitzrayim. The problem is there are a few people that are listed here that didn't come down to Mitzrayim, such as Er and Onan. Remember, some people died, so please don't highlight them. Now the problem with that is that what if you highlight it and then you go, whoa, whoops, I saw it now, after I saw the name, I saw it says Vayanos Er Onan. You just have to stop and think, oh, what do I do now? I already highlighted, we can't erase highlighters. Then you'll take a pen and you'll put an X over that highlighted. Okay, let's make sure we understand that. And you shouldn't be raising your voice. If you have a question, or raise your hand. In these two papers, help me out, Yosef, what are you going to do with these two papers? These two. You're filling out names, and there'll be a few simple questions to do. In this section, what are we going to do? Yehuda? Translation and what? Al mi'al ma'nemar, and it says avdecha. What kind of al mi'al ma'nemar am I looking for? Avdecha means I want to know whoever the your is. Aviv means his father. I want to know who the his is. Who the father is. And excuse me, Moshe Chaim, what do we do on this paper?
Highlight any of the people who went to Mitzrayim.
What are we going to do if we make an error and we highlight a name that's not supposed to be on there? Sweet.
Cross it out.
X over the name. Any questions? Any questions? Yes, Benji.
What do we do on the other side of the paper?
On these two papers, there are two sides. So you're going to fill out both sides. On these two papers, there aren't two sides.
It's like you should
It's
get
just
one for
simple.
everyone in our
Now,
group.
the first person, last set of instructions. The last thing I need to tell you is that if you get, not if, when you come up, every group should have one of these papers, which I'm going to put down right here, taking it out of Grand Central Station, Grand, because it's in the center. I'm taking this one paper and I'm putting it down. The first time you come up, you're going to take this paper and you keep it next to you. That way, if you finish doing your sheet in your section before it's time to switch, you're going to start working on this sheet. This sheet has all the words in these psukim that begin or end with a hey, and I want you to identify on the line next to the word what kind of hey it is. We have 9 choices. It sounds like a lot. 9 choices what that hey could mean. Of course, it could be a hey that's part of the shirish. But if not, then you have 4 hays before, and you have 4 hays at the end of, when I say before, I want to meet at the beginning of a word, and at the end of a word, and you'll identify which one it is. When you get the paper, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to write down which section you're in. And the section you're in is whichever section you're in first. But of course, after the second time you already switched. Remember, you keep going around this way. By the time we're done, we're going to have done all 4 sections, all 4 papers, and it should take you, again, no more than 3, maybe a little bit more time to do each sheet. If you finish the sheet early, you take this paper and you all start doing it together, and of course by name, you'll write down also which section you're in first, and it should take 20, maybe 30 seconds to switch directions. I am going to begin In the 30 seconds, you should be in your corner.
No, we go to your desk. You're the second motion. Let's see. I got the high one. No, this is the west side.
Oh, that's 15 seconds already. Please don't do it on the floor, because then you're writing course on the floor. Do it by a desk. Okay? Everyone sit around the desk. This is a good one because this is centrally located. Okay?
You guys should be on David's desk. No. His dad doesn't do that. Why is everybody on my desk? He said
Which section are you in? Is somebody bothering him? Go ahead. Okay, sorry.
Should we write
Yeah, okay. If you want. But everyone should be looking at the hummus. Don't run. It's not just you're all together. Look at the hummus as you do it. That way you tell.
No, you have to find yourself.
Everyone should be working together. What you're doing.
That was coming, okay?
It looks like we used up about a minute and a half, so let's try to hurry. That way we can do everything.
Next one. And the sun. And the sun's up. I'm on Sandy Dog. Does it really matter what one we use? You're using it and the sun's up. Has to write it. No, he's first. Well, yeah, I don't have to do anything. I'm not first. How about I'll write down the answers? He's saying second. You write down the answers. And no, you're write down the answers. I'm second. You're third. You don't do that. So write down the answers. Close it out. It sounds like Shmuel, but whatever. And now okay, I'm going to Yamin. Ohad. Yachin. Ohad. Sohad. Shaul. Wait, stop. Stop. I'm supposed to say that. Okay, next. Yeah.
Just write show, you don't need to write that.
That means this is Paro. No, it's Yoga. From Kahaz. Wait, we're not supposed to do this. Kahaz? Okay, Leo. And now we have we're up here. Now we make that. No, we're not doing that. We're doing it. I don't know. This one. Yeah. Is that something yummy for? Okay, now Victor. Here's the word.
It looks like you need another 30 seconds. So try to finish in 30 seconds.
It's okay.